Welcome back to another episode of Black Sugar Honey Iced Tea. I am your host, Dr. Carmen Latrice, and we just gonna get right into it. So, this whole big push with mental health awareness is kind of the reason for this podcast, is because awareness is necessary. In the United States, the numbers for anxiety, depression are steadily rising. They're not coming down. So what does that say? We're losing this battle, not winning. So if we can learn to unlearn the things that are creating this chaos inside of here, maybe we stand a fighting chance. I seen a video, a video of, I'm not certain who she is because I don't keep up with celebrities, but she committed suicide. So what does that say? Having money, having things, possessing stuff gets you nothing. As far as feeling better on the inside, ask Michael Jackson. Ask Whitney Houston. Ask Twitch. Yeah. So what do we do when we have so many thoughts in our head? When our heart is beating so fast? When we cannot catch our breath? When life is pushing us down? Well, if you don't have a higher power, I call man God, you may have a really hard time. As a nurse practitioner who specializes in mental health, it's a journey. Happiness to me is a verb, it's not a noun. Action is required. If you don't act, you won't have the results that you want. Change comes to those who actually change. That part. So let's get into this lesson because we're going to teach and then we're going to, get on with it. So self-awareness has 5 parts. You have awareness, regulation, motivation, empathy, and social skills. So with those 5 things that I just said, the first one being awareness. Meaning, if you are not aware that something is occurring on the inside, be it your heart's beating fast, your breathing is starting to increase, like you're running. If your body is feeling as though you're exercising but you're sitting still, you could possibly be anxious. If you are isolating yourself from friends, from family, from everything, and running from the thoughts that you have inside of your head, that could be depression. Everybody who's depressed does not cry tears. Some people work 40,000 hours a week. And yes, I'm being dramatic. Because they can't stand the idea of being alone with self. The reflection that's in the mirror is powerful. If you take the chance to look and see and understand who you see. Don't look for others to see about self. Your awareness comes from you. So let me tell you a little story. So, because I'm spiritual and I love my God, there's a story in Mark chapter 6 about Herodias. Now, I'm still learning my Bible, so I'm not really an expert when it comes to who is who, but I'm going to tell you the story anyway. So, there's a king called Herod. Now, Herod had a wife named Herodias. Now, Herod had a brother named Philip. Apparently, his brother and his wife, let's just say they were present days Maury without the kids. Yeah, basically she slept with him. So John the Baptist was telling her, it's not lawful to lay with your brother's wife. She didn't like it. Like a lot of people today, when they get a little bit of that T, capital T, truth, they find it hard to digest. Yeah. So Herodias decides, I don't like you, John the Baptist. I think you should die. But she's a woman back then. What power did she have? None. So her wanting him to die meant nothing. But the king had a birthday coming up. So he has this humongous party. His daughter comes out, ironically, same name as his wife, Herodias. Daughter comes out, dances, y'all. Dances so well. I'm a little suspicious on like how well was she dancing that her father was so pleased that he decided to give her whatever she decides to ask for. So, doesn't really say how old she is. But if she's old enough to answer a request, she's old enough. Right? So she goes home. She asks mom, like, Dad said I can have whatever I want. What should I ask for? Opportunity comes at her feet. Telling me you want John the Baptist's head. She goes back to her father, y'all, and she says, I want John the Baptist's head on a platter. So, the king liked him, right? He did not want this man to die. Like, he immediately regretted saying to his daughter, you can have whatever you want. He's not thinking she's going to ask for that. But that's just like today, right? A lot of times, man or woman, father or mother, will try to have their kids be pawns. They put them in situations that their minds may not be ready to comprehend. They're not aware. Their awareness may be still in childhood. Some things that people can do to kids, calling and making them grow up, giving them responsibility, can actually cause damage, trauma. A lot of people are in therapy, right? For me going through school and then having clients, a lot of people suffer. In secret, though. They smile when they walk out the door. But how much concealer, the makeup, are they wearing before they go out? How many people are crying themselves to sleep with so much force, right? It feels like you're hovering over your body. being so despondent from life. So much mental grief. You don't have a will to live. What do? Do you go to the bathroom, to the cabinet to get some? No. Do you go to the corner to the man to get some? No. Do you go to your neighbor to go and try and take what they? No. You sit still. Find a mirror. Look at it. Just like I'm looking at this camera. Tell yourself, things happen to everybody, right? Fact. Things will continue to happen to more people. Another fact. It's bad to me right now because I feel it. It's a fact. And yes, we say things can always be worse to somebody else, but when you're feeling it, you don't want to hear that. You don't want to hear about nobody's pain while you're drowning. If I'm sinking in Lake Michigan because I can't swim, stereotype is real, I don't want to hear about you floating. If I'm dying, self first. Life preserver. Saves one person at a time. You can try to, have to, but we all seen Titanic, right? Jack didn't quite make it on that door. Yeah. So let's not be like Herodias. Let's not try to destroy what we don't understand or what makes us upset. Words are what they are, letters. We make interpretations of what somebody else says. If I talk to you in Spanish and you only understand English, do you really care? You shouldn't. Unless my facial expressions are looking at you like I'm about to go off. But I'm smiling at you. But I say, I want to fight you. Would you think I'm serious? No, right? So just like I told somebody the other day, if somebody walks around looking like, imagine they must have to fart really bad. And they can't. They're embarrassed to. So they got to hold it in. Yeah, let them hold that in. You figure out what you need to do to get you together. Self-care. It's not community care. Right. Just like the story of Herodias. What are you doing to save your face? Are you killing the enemy? Or are you getting stronger? Self-awareness, which is a part of emotional intelligence, is understanding you. Who cares about the next person? If you're drowning, do you care if somebody else? Don't even finish that statement. Don't even allow yourself to get that far if you aren't where you would like to be. It's called self-care. Think about you. And let me add a little bit more to that. Self-care in the beginning is selfish care. Because if you've not really set boundaries, you don't really know how to set limits, you feel like you hurting people. You disrespecting loyalty. You didn't grow up like this. We don't say no to family. Best friends, we don't say no. Yes, we do. If it means we are healing, we say no quickly. We don't maybe, if maybe, no. Just like Atala will tell you, ask a 2-year-old for some candy that's in their hand. Tell me what you hear. Oh, wait. And if you say yes, you're lying. Sorry, called you out. So yeah, think about you. If you don't think about you, who will? We're living in a world where it's nation against nation, brother against sister, mother against child, father not even present. What are we teaching? Television says we're animals. How are we living? God wants us to progress, not regress. We all sitting around like we at recess. Wake up. Stop daydreaming. Daydreaming is like chasing the wind. Dreams are for nighttime sleep. But if you can't go to sleep, do you have dreams still? If your mind is so full of all the bad that you can't stop seeing, how do you see? How do you open your eyes? How do you get out of bed? What drives you? When your hormones are on the ground and your stress is in the sky, how do you manage? Who do you go to? Take a moment. Let's release some oxytocin ourselves, right? That's that love drug that comes from hugging on folk. Take your hands, grab your shoulders, and just squeeze. I already feel it. Like squeeze. Imagine you are giving yourself a hug. Just squeeze. And if you imagine, put your head on your shoulders. Imagine your body calming itself down, right? Feel the energy within yourself, renewing yourself. Feel that energy. Awareness is about taking you, making yourself whole from pieces, and not allowing the pieces to go away. We don't give our pieces to other people. We're not Mr. and Mrs. Potato Head. The little toy that if you throw it on the floor, everything comes off and you literally have a potato. No pieces, no eyes, no lips, no nose, no arms, no. Let's stop being that. Let's learn how to put our pieces together and stay together. Like they have this thing now, better together. Yeah, together as one whole person first, and then go out into the community and help. We have to learn to pray for our enemies, y'all, because if we don't, we still living with them. So whether we like it or not, the news, television, movies, our eyes tell us this world is ruled by the prince of destruction. Yeah. Jesus sacrificed himself for us, but in him leaving the world, we got the prince of destruction. That's Satan, y'all, the enemy. When you decide to give your life over as a sacrifice, the enemy don't like that. You gonna follow somebody great. So when you always feel like you're at a weak point, that's what Satan maximizes, his opportunity. Don't let him. When you see cycles of things ain't going right, become aware. Yes. So I know we said we're going to keep this short. So this is the first part, awareness. So making sure that you understand you. What makes you tick? If you don't, like they said in Catholic school, in the name of the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit, because I'm going to pray for you, just like I'm going to pray for me. And that's the best, to me, that's the best compliment you can give me. I pray for you. Please do. I need it. So the next time we will talk more about self-regulation, because after you become aware of like what needs to change, what could possibly not be like this anymore, comes the harder part, work. Managing those emotions. Getting your ducks in a row, as they say. So I'm going to help walk this journey with y'all, because I was one of those too. And I say one of those because I suffered, and depending on the day, I can still suffer from anxiety and depression. It doesn't go away. You just learn more ways to handle life. You don't let the thoughts run you. You realize these thoughts, our brains, let me tell you a secret. Our brains are very smart. They have the ability to do unlimited things. But as a singular organ, it's dumb. It cannot multitask well. If you're fighting, working to be happy, call it exercise. Our brains have to choose. Do I want to give oxygen to the thoughts? Or do I want to make my heart beat faster because I need to run? My lungs need more oxygen. My muscles need more oxygen, more blood. It's going to choose the body in motion. So put your body in motion. Get up. When you feel your thoughts are running, get up. And if you can't get up, move something. Whether you sitting there, even if you're rocking, hey. Because that movement is going to cause our brains, which is a machine, right, to release the hormones that we need, the neurotransmitters, the chemicals from the inside, the endorphins, the things that's like that runner's high. So take that as one tip. Even if you're dancing, choose a song, nothing sad. I have a motto. When I don't feel my best, no alcohol and no sad anything. Movies, music, people, stories, drama, none of that. Negativity, cut it off. If you're listening to people, they're always getting the short end of the stick. People are always doing them wrong. Red flag. Maybe it's them. Maybe they're having reoccurring issues because they're not good at self-regulating, because they may not be aware. Okay, so we're going to cut this off now, and we're going to say have a really great day. And to the next time, I know it's kind of long in between videos, but we in the works. We're working this out. So I will say thank you, and do all that YouTube-y stuff. Like, share, subscribe. Yeah. Come back and see you, girl. Okay.